Today is all about pizza. I'm going to be using the Chilli No. 5 Pizza Pizzazz chili oil. It's really easy to make yourself a pizza dough. We've got 600 grams of strong white flour. Then we're going to drop in 12 grams of fast action yeast and about 8 grams of salt, and then some lukewarm water. I'm going to pour that into the well and fill the well up. Get to about this point. I know that I'm going to add a little more water. You're probably going to use around about 500 mils in total. Okay, so you don't want to make your dough too dry. Okay, so you can see it's kind of sticking to my hand still, but it's coming together. So now for me, that's time to take it out of the bowl onto the board. So I'm just going to drop some flour onto the board, take the dough onto the board, and then just start to work it, kneading it until it gets nice, stretchy and elastic. So once your dough's nice and smooth like this, stretchy, elastic, we're just going to take it. I'm going to take a little bit of the chili oil just onto the palm of my hand, and then I'm just going to coat the outside of the dough with the oil, and that is just going to stop it from sticking to the bowl when it rises. Cling film over. Whoops. And then if you're making the pizza dough to use today, in a warm place for about an hour, but what I like to do is put it in the fridge overnight. A cold proof makes the best pizza dough. Okay, so you can see now that the dough has more than doubled in size and filled the bowl. We're going to take a piece of dough around about the size of a tennis ball. Just twist that off. I'm just going to work that on the board. And then we pick it up. And we do what we call a hand stretch at the end, which basically means that the weight of the dough will continue to shape the pizza, and as you roll it round, you create a bit of a thicker crust on the outside between your fingers and your thumb. We're ready to load it up. So, onto a board. Now we're going to go vegan today, so we're not going to be putting any cheese on this pizza. Well, there'll be an option at the end if you had somebody who's vegetarian. We're going to add some feta, but just the actual pizza, when it comes out of the oven, will be vegan. Okay, so I've taken these wonderful heritage tomatoes and I've salted them. You'll see that quite a lot of the liquid has come out into the bowl. I've left them to strain in a sieve, and then put the whole lot into the middle of the pizza. And we're just going to use a spoon just to push that out all over that base. Being careful not to go too far because we want to make sure that we have a nice crust that rises at the edges. And we're just going to peel some flecks of beetroot all over this pizza. Beetroot is so healthy, it's full of antioxidants, so it works really well with us because that's what we're all about. Okay, next up we're going to add a little bit of horseradish sauce, which works so well with beetroot. It's also quite creamy. It's going to give us that feeling of having something that's kind of dairy, cheesy on there. It's going to cut through that kind of quite savoury flavour that we get from beetroot. You'll notice that I didn't put many flavours into that sauce because there's so much going on in this little bottle. We've got garlic, we've got fresh thyme, fresh rosemary, salt, pepper and extra virgin olive oil, as well as the chili. So everything you need is in here. It's in the oven for around about 10 minutes. Okay, now what we're going to do is finish this pizza with some nice fresh pea shoots, a little drizzle of the oil. You can always crumble a little bit of feta over it at the end. There we have it. Beetroot and horseradish pizza with the chili number 5 Pizza Pizzazz chili oil.